Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool. So firstly, just sort of how did you initially find out? Firstly, how did you initially find out about the Undercroft?
I think from videos when I was younger, it was always like one of the main spots in London. It was always in like Henry's old edits when I was growing up, watching all the Hold Tight London things. So it just seemed like the natural kind of place to go to. I don't know. I just started skating here because I was living in Stockwell, and then I don't know. I just got myself coming skating here every day, and I don't know. I just started skating more and more here. Got to know the locals a little bit better, and it just turned into like my local in a sense. So yeah, I think just through old videos and that, and just what all the skate media in magazines and things like that. Just yeah.
So how long have you been skating here?
I've been skating here for about 2 years or so now. I've moved from Oxford, where I'm originally from, when I was 17. Started university, dropped out of university. And this is kind of like, this is my home now in terms of skating. Like, I skate here every day whenever I'm not working. It's like, I don't go anywhere else.
So what would you say the South Bank means to you, or the Undercroft means to you?
I don't know, it's home, man. It's home for a lot of people. And not in the sense of somewhere that you live, but as where you feel comfortable. Yeah, I don't know, man. I've had so many experiences here, and just like crazy moments, and meeting different people. I don't know.
Is there any particular memories that you like, particularly think, a particular trick you learned, or something that sort of...
I think it's the nights when like everyone's just skating, and there's nothing particular going on. It's just everybody's just skating and having a good session, and like everyone's getting stoked off each other. There's such a good energy here, man. Like, it's like nowhere else. Like you don't go anywhere like to a purpose-made skate park. There's a sense of like, I don't know. Here it's just everyone's stoked on each other. Everyone just like wants to contribute to the session. Everyone, doesn't matter where you're from or like what background you're from, everyone's welcome here, and everyone, that's the thing, it's just feeling comfortable with everyone, and just being able to speak and talk to different people, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah, you talked a bit about coming here from like, from sort of late teens, and that idea of there being like a generation of skaters who'd already been here for a while and stuff. How did that feel? Did you feel like do you feel that difference in terms of generations, or does it feel like you're...
It's definitely noticeable. I mean, there's obviously the older generation who have been skating, like the couple of years older than me, like been skating here for a long time, and that's their kind of like generation. You kind of see there's so many more kids this year, and over the past 2 years, there's just so many more kids skating and just coming here. You can already see like a younger generation forming, and all these different characters and personalities coming out of this place. It's crazy. It molds a lot of people, I think, and in terms of skating their skate career. I definitely feel like it molds. It takes your skate career in a certain, your skating in a certain direction, at least. There's so many. Yeah, I think. I'm just trying to think about what to say.
Is there people, do you feel like the older skaters were like welcoming and helped you to...
Yeah, for sure, man. There was never a sense of like that you weren't welcome here. It was always just like everyone's super welcoming. That's the thing. Like, I think through the course of the campaign, it just forced. It doesn't matter how old you were or what like clique you were in. You just like everyone had this like set goal, and this set kind of, we need to save this place, and it just brought everyone together. So that sense of like distance or difference between generations is kind of dispersed a little bit, I feel.
Okay, so yeah, that's really interesting. So through the campaign itself, you feel that maybe this became a more welcoming place, or a more...
I guess I definitely, I mean, I can't speak for, I never skated here like in the 90s or early 2000s, but from what I've heard from older locals and stuff. That it wasn't always like the most welcoming place or like the most approachable place to come skate. Maybe that's changed over the years at least. I mean, at least from my personal perspective, I feel that it's anyone, as long as you skate and you have the right attitude, like you're more than welcome to just come skate here, man. Like it's for everyone. Skating's for everyone, so yeah. Yes, PJ.
Well, you can hear what you're saying, it's not overwhelming.
So how does it feel to skate here? What's like the feeling of actual skating?
It's just fun, man. It's just like cruising. It's like takes you back to more of a pure kind of skating. You're not like so focused on like going for something in particular and skit session in one thing. I mean, that happens, but it's more just flowing around this place, man. Like just skating around and like finding different lines. I mean, this place has been skated probably every day for the past 40 plus years, and there's still different kind of ways people are trying to find to skate it, that blows my mind. Like, especially with the younger generation of kids, they have such a different way of looking at things. It's just, you think you've seen everything, and then these kids just kind of come and blow that right out the window. So that's sick. It's really like,
That sounds good, but
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah. It's definitely, man. I mean, kids learn so quickly as well. I don't know, maybe that's, but nowadays it's just picked up. Skating's picked up so quickly, and the progression of it, in terms of technicality, it might have slowed down a little bit, but in terms of thinking and like creative skating, I just think it's going crazy at the moment.
Do you think that this place?
It's really harbouring it. Yeah. South Bank's definitely one of those key places in the London scene, at least, that is really important in the skate scene.
Can I ask a bit about your involvement in the LLSB then? So how did you get involved in the campaign?
I think just talking to people, talking to Joey and Domus on the table, talking to Louis Woodhead a bit, and just started skating with them every day. Because once the table finished at about 7, everyone would just come back and chill and have some beers and skate. So it just through like talking to everyone and getting to know them, it was kind of the natural thing to do. I just felt like I needed to help, so whatever I could do. That turned into doing the table every day and trying to get people to sign the petition, and yeah.
How was that experience of doing the table? Did you feel like people were always, welcoming to your ideas? Or did you
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. I mean, everyone was super open, super willing to just like talk to you. It was sick because it was really humbling, because we saw so many different people from so many different backgrounds walk past every day, so many different age groups and backgrounds. It didn't matter if you were from like Coventry or like you were from Thailand. Like, people were just like stoked on this place and the history that it had. And yeah, I think the best thing about the table was just the people that you met on a daily basis and the conversations that you'd have with those people, because through those conversations you feel like you both kind of you gained a better understanding of each other's perspectives, and kind of made you more open-minded to the space in general and the way of thinking about culture and this. I don't know, it taught me a lot. It fully changed my perspective on not just skating, but like say the culture behind it and the history behind it and how important it really is. Yeah, no worries, man. I hope it's alright. Sorry I'm so like stuttery.
I wanted to say something about what you just said actually, which was just sort of the social feeling, because it sounds like it's quite a social place, really.
Yeah.
What you said sort of reminded me of other places that are like quite accepting of different people. Is that what you were just sort of saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's such a social place, as in, when we were doing the table, some people would just come down just because they knew we were there, just to have a conversation, just to like have someone to speak to. That in itself, kind of set aside from the campaign, but just those personal relationships you build up with people was really sick. And as well, like you come back here and after doing the table, and you'd chill with everyone chilled together by the river and have beers, and that is sick because it's not like, oh, you're skating with these kind of people over here, or you're skating with these people. It's like everybody's skating together.
So you could just sort of turn up around certain times that you knew, and then you.
Yeah. I mean, I never ever call my friends to come down. I literally just come down, and I don't let anyone know. I know that there'll always be someone here. There's always someone that I know here. There's always one of us, of the crew of people that skate here most days. There's always one of us here.
It's not really these days. I can't think of many other places like
Where that happens, yeah. No, I can't really think of an example of that either.
She was like, we were in the skateboard bit, back.
Maybe not so welcoming then.
It's a community, it's a great community here.
Yeah. Oh, it's lovely here. Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's a
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How long have you skated here? I didn't.
About 2.5 years. About 2 years or so now. Yeah, 2.5 years. But that's why, I mean, being welcomed in, and I'm not local to London. I didn't grow up here, but I mean, since skating here, this is what I'd consider as my home. Like, I feel more comfortable here than I do in Oxford or back at my local skate park where I grew up skating when I was younger. I feel more welcomed and have more, I don't know, yeah.
What was I going to ask you? So, yeah, I mean, you said skate parks feel different to this. Is that because there isn't that culture that you can talk about, or is this something else?
I think just the idea of the fact that this place was never intended for skating, and that just naturally it turned into a space that people use for not just skateboarding, all sorts of things like biking, rollerblading, graffiti. That's the thing. I don't feel that you necessarily need to be a skateboarder to come here. As long as you're creative thinking and you're kind of open-minded to new ideas and different ways of looking at things, just come and enjoy the space. Like, that's the whole reason we kind of fought for the campaign, not just because we skate here every day and it's got a lot of history in skating, but just because it should be for everyone and not just us. And
But how would, I mean, if you've only been skating here 2.5 years,
Yeah.
I mean, at what point did you realise that it was something that was created by the skaters, and why did that become important?
sorry.
So, like, when you first started skating,
Yeah.
you may not have known that it was the skaters that had started it up or started using it.
Maybe. I think I can't really remember, but I feel like just through the campaign and talking to people, you quickly pick up kind of the history of this place, and you hear all sorts of different stories every day of like what went down then, or just talking to some of the older guys. Like, you hear so many different things that went on, and I don't know. I can't really remember where if I knew when I first started skating here whether it wasn't like designed for skating. I remember coming when I was younger and before all the handrails were there and stuff, and I still remember it just never feeling like a skate park, just feeling like just a spot, like a skate spot another spot that you'd go to.
How would that compare to, like, where, I don't know where you're from, but like the street or something, or other places where you might get that feeling?
What do you mean? Sorry, man.
Like, where there's sort of like a sense of community, or?
I think here for me is the only place that I've felt that sense of community and like belonging. I can't particularly say why, but I don't think the skate scene wasn't so big where I'm from. Not many people did it. A lot of people just kind of grew out of it, and I don't know, man.
If you got what the chance and the back of it was opened up and you got like more space to do stuff with, how would you want to use it, and what do you think?
I just feel like if we're talking about that, and the original space of the South Bank to be opened up, like of the Undercroft, I just think it should just be opened up and just left, just as an open space, just like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know why they closed it off in the first place. It seems pretty unused to me. It doesn't seem like they're doing much with it, so I don't see why it wouldn't be okay to open it back up. It would open. I feel like, I don't know.
Do you think it would, if they opened it up, it would just get used by people and there wouldn't need to be a plan or anything?
I don't know, like if the floor or how the condition of the space behind there, if they've completely like taken away everything and the mini banks are gone and the ground isn't the same, like. But if it's just unused and it's just behind that wall, then for sure it should just be opened up and it would just, I don't know. I wasn't skating here when it was the full space, but I feel like it would just be a very natural thing. Just feel like another part of South Bank, just be a bit bigger. Yeah, I feel like skaters it would just be the same really as it is now, just people skating it and just enjoying it. Yeah.
Just want to see one. Sorry, one last question. Just like, obviously, like when you're looking around behind you, you can see all these sort of cafes and chain stores and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you have any opinion on that, or how the wider area has changed, or is it not something that really, do you find it's...
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Mark Gonzalez part in video days and seeing like Shell Center, and I think the double set down there that he did half cab 50 down, that was like, I'm coming down here, seeing it now, it's kind of completely changed. It seems like the shops are just coming further and closer to South Bank. It's like eating away at the culture almost, replacing it with this kind of materialistic, I don't know. I don't really see the necessity of that many kind of coffee shops, retail space. I feel like we have enough of that in London. I don't think you can go anywhere without, but I don't know, a 2-minute walk without seeing a coffee shop or like, I don't know.
Do you know skaters who use these shops?
Yeah, I mean, we all go to Pret and like get coffees and that. That's the thing. That's like the ironic thing. Like, all of us go and get food from Eat. Not Giraffe or like the restaurants we never use, but Eat we do. Yeah. We need to eat like everyone else, but I think there's enough of it basically. I don't think there's need for any more. Yeah, I don't know.
And, yeah, I was just going to say, what was it like? How did you feel when you finally found out that we managed to save the space?
Yeah, it was sick, man. I was stoked. I mean, felt like a long time coming. It was a relief. It was as well. Yeah, I think it was just like, okay, sick. Like we can now just kind of chill and like go back to just like enjoying this place for what it is and not have to stress about the future and just kind of have a good time. And I don't know, don't have to fight anymore for something, do you know what I mean? Like, there's not that overwhelming feeling of like, oh right, this might not be here in like a couple of months, or like, what if this is like the last time we're going to be able to like skate this place, or like just chill here and see our friends. And yeah, no, it was sick, man. I'm stoked. It would have been a really bad thing if we hadn't won. Like, I don't think it would have lost such a huge part of would have been such a massive loss to the skate scene, I think, in London at least. Yeah.
That's great. It's no more skating on borrowed time.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I think we've all been in holding our breaths for years.
Yeah.
You know, like for years and years.
Yeah.
It is a real relief. It's like, now it's the fight to get it back.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah, like the rest
If-
of it, you know.
yeah,
It's,
the-
for all of you guys, new generation, never skated that other part of it.
Yeah.
It's like it hurts that we looked at it and taken around. And it's still there, but the banks are gone.
the mini
But
banks.
everything else is still there.
Yeah, because
All
that's,
we've got to do is put the banks back in.
dude, it'd be so sick. Like,
It'd be amazing. Yeah.
that would, yeah.
Question, if you could sum up Southbank in 2 words.
2 words.
Yeah, to you, what does Southbank mean to you in 2 words?
Um,
Or to sum it up, you know, what is it?
fucking hell. Don't know. Not good with these kind of things. Yeah, edit the vortex. Yeah, you just get stuck here, man. You just come to Southbank and vortex. You ain't leaving. If you start skating here, you're not leaving, man. Like, you're just gonna be stuck. But that's sick. Like, that's the best thing. Yeah, I don't know, the vortex. Yeah.
Some things never change.
Yeah.
That's another thing that has never changed
Yeah.
in the last 20 or 30 years.
Always.
You meet up, and we're going to go street skate. We'll meet you at 12, we'll go street skate, you get here.
Let's meet at Southbank.
Someone's always kind of going like, come on, let's go. And then you're writing on a session and doing tricks. And it's like, let's go. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then you give up.
Yeah.
We've lost it, it's gone, it started raining, we've got to stay. You know,
Yeah.
It always happens.
It's like home base, man. It's like the home base for
Even just trying to leave
all
the
skaters.
shop, like, come on, let's go shop.
Yeah, to go to the shop is like a fucking mission, man. Like, it's like just there, like, but it's still so far. Yeah, no, seriously, man.